All right. Well, I'm on Tripoli Road near Woodstock, New Hampshire, and you got to have cash out here. They're gigantic signs. They're talking about like this. Permits stop here. This is a very large sign. If you miss it, I don't know what's wrong with you because it's gigantic. And look, there's other signs like this that say active bear area, store your food. Because you don't want the bear to get all of your food. So there it is. So I came into the area. I came into the area without any cash. I've got, thousands of dollars in plasticky stuff, and that just doesn't work out here in New Hampshire on Tripoli Road near Woodstock, New Hampshire. It just doesn't work. The White Mountains are cash only areas. They eschew credit. Maybe there's some moral justification for that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just simple. Maybe you count the dollars and you are happy at the end of the day, and so it's check, and it's cash, and you're not worried about the man skimming a bit off of each transaction. So here's what I hear. I saw this. Fantastic. And there's a little tiny number at the bottom, and I called and I talked to Michael. He was a great guy, but basically he said, you person from are just like the people from New Hampshire. You can't just come in with no cash. What are you thinking? He basically said, what are you thinking? No, he never said that. He just said, you have to have cash everywhere out here, he said, because he gave me a list of campsites. It was like, you go up here to the overview campsite, you go over here to the group campsite, whatever, but you gotta have cash or it's a no-go. So anyway, so to the town, I talked to a nice gentleman who was getting ready to have a nice evening there in town. He got a room for $79 at a little joint in town. He's like me. He's just tooling around. He's retired. I'm not really retired, but at least for a while, I don't have to have my nose to the grindstone, and I'm taking advantage of that time. And so there's the bike loaded down, and I'm probably gonna go back to town because I'm just not gonna go back to that town, which is miles away. It's getting to be 7 something. I'm not going to ride back here in the woods and set up a camp, late at night, and just, bust my butt like that. I'm just not going to do it. So this is something I didn't know about. I thought these were manned campsite areas, and some of them are, but they all take cash. It's just, I don't know. So now I know. Now I know. It's fantastic. I'm the cash-based society. I'm all for it. I just, if I had done just a little research, I would have figured that out. But hey, when you're going by the seat of your pants, sometimes your pants catch fire. I don't know if that's really the metaphor I'm looking for, but it doesn't sound very nice. So maybe I have pants on fire problem tonight. And I'm just going to go to town, have a couple beers, get a cheap room, and talk to that guy from I think he was from Long Island or I don't know where he was from, but he was tall. He was retired, and he said there are 6 Saturdays in the week, and one day is Sunday. So there you go. He's living a sweet life. Anyway, cheers.